So acceptance is one of the greatest lessons ever learned. By that I mean not tolerance, not about other people, about yourself. What it is that you can and cannot get through. What it is that you're okay with when it comes to how you're living your life. I found out recently, just by observation, self reflection, that I've been homeless my entire life. I've been without a place to call home since I was born. I don't know one single place that I've ever lived at, that I've ever been, that I understand to be a place that I could always go back to, and it would be uncompromisable. That's not me. So I started to calculate it. I was absolutely living outside for about a year and a half in Little Rock, Arkansas, and then again in Portland, Oregon, and now in Denver, Colorado. And I started to think back, and it's true also that I was homeless in Atlanta, Georgia. Everywhere I've gone, I've always lived outside or in some space that was not your own. Never had a bedroom, like a cozy place to get back to. Even back in the day when I was fucking 14 years old or something like that, I slept on the couch always. I never had a room. It was never like that. I think my father, Curtis, as I call him, kind of helped to set up that uh, differential or that standard, because he couldn't tolerate me being inside the main house, as you call it, this house. He built a downstairs bedroom out of fucking sheetrock and shit and put me down there just so I wouldn't be part of the house, cast me aside. My mother did this as well. When I left Curtis at the age of 16 years old, when I ran away, supposedly, I just decided that had enough of his ass, and I left. Greyhound bus. I landed in Hot Springs, Arkansas. I found my mother. And my mother at the time was living with her younger brother, my Uncle Stanley. So Stanley had a room in this condominium, and she had a room. And I just slept on the couch, out in the wide open. And it's been this way, I'm telling you, my whole fucking life. I've always been outside of that kind of homestead, of that kind of sanctuary. I've always lived on the outside of it. So acceptance, getting back to the point, is very valuable. I'm only just now starting to accept it. I'm 41 years old, and only just now beginning to understand and accept a very quintessential part of my life, my existence. That I was born for this. I'm always going to be outside. I would not find home in a home. That's just nature. That's your own human nature. Speaking the royal you, myself, I have to accept this. Even if you gave me one, even if I was granted one, a room, a bed, a nice little setup to where I could go back to all the time and feel safe and secure, I would rebel against it, because that's not where I feel at home. I'm at home out here. The sooner I get distant from the denial of that factoid, the better.